And we're live. Yay! Welcome back to the Band of the Hand with my crew, Jason, Damien, Sean, and Ken, from left to right. What's up, fellas?
What up?
Much. What's going on? Is that vampire still dead?
It's most dead. Although Nick's kind of, he regrets not maybe talking to it a little bit. He feels sort of sheepish about that.
Oh, now you regret that, Mick?
Well,
Don't back up your performance now. The moral rigidity becomes you.
It's a vampire, right? It's. What are we gonna do? We got to put it out of its misery.
All right.
Eugene walks over to Mick and just kind of is like, "You did what you had to do."
Thank you, Eugene. Someone's got some reason around here.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys finished last session in the basement of Spitalfield Tenements, which is this kind of towering tenement building in the pit, where the pit is the district in the kind of northwestern part of Bogenhofen, across the Bogen River from like the nice part of town. And you've just killed Maria Malone, who you've learned is a chef from not Bogenhofen, who was recruited by Monsieur Tegan, the councilman here in the city, one of the top merchants who has a house there on Adelring, just near Castor Liebring's townhouse. And apparently he hired her to come chef to deal with overflow traffic at the Golden Trout, which is a supper club in Bogenhofen that you guys have been trying to find a way into. Because based on the letter that you got when you were in the Flot, that Charlotte Felbrook had, the woman who ran the Flot, that there is going to be a gathering of the Ordo Septenarius, which is a mysterious group that you've yet to really learn. And it's going to be there in the Golden Trout tomorrow, the night of Schaffenfest, the night that Schaffenfest kicks off. So it is now.
Oh, it's the first night of Schaffenfest, not the end.
No, it happens like they're doing their little thing because everyone's coming into town, all the VIPs and whatnot. So the night of Schaffenfest, tomorrow night, so Schaffenfest starts day after tomorrow. It is the so you're in the afternoon of the day before Schaffenfest.
I thought their thing was okay. So I'm confused now. I thought their thing was on the last day of Schaffenfest. Didn't we have all of Schaffenfest to do our thing?
Well, no. You guys predicted that the Morslieb, the moon, would be at the full, the closest point to the planet.
Okay.
On the last night of Schaffenfest. And because of that, you've predicted that whatever ritual they're trying to pull off will probably be that night. The invitation that Felbrook got to the Golden Trout for the meeting of the Ordo Septenarius is set to be the night before Schaffenfest starts.
So those aren't the same night.
No.
Those are two separate events. Okay.
Schaffenfest is 3 days later. Or the end of Schaffenfest is 3 days later. So
So the Moorsleeve is the end of Schaffenfest, which is when we believe they're actually going to engage whenever ritual summons some chaos demon to devour Bogenhofen.
That is what you think will happen, yep.
And this meeting tomorrow is just some cultists doing some frat signs and drinking a kegger.
I think that we know the halfling bartender or the waitress there.
Mm-hmm.
We met her and made a connection with her.
Yeah.
And we need to find out. So what we need to do is have someone that's able to listen. And remember, it's a restricted access kind of place, right? Like, we had to really push it with the Castor Liebring thing.
That's right.
To get in. But
Oh.
I thought we played the Ivanka Trump angle to get in.
Or was it that? Maybe it was that.
Well,
Because
so Ivanka Trump, or not Ivanka Trump, Lord Donald Day Trump, what was he called, Jason?
No, I thought it was Baron Ivan Trump.
That sounds absolutely correct.
I like the retconning thing.
So what happened there is Siren showed up with someone on his arm. I think it I forget. It might have been.
It was the other half.
Kwalme?
Wasn't the other halfling from the other bar?
No, well, you guys you were trying to find your way into the Golden Trout, and Siren masqueraded as a rich nobleman from afar named Donald Trump, and critted his social check such that they just invited him in to have lunch. Right, they served you a nice lunch.
Right.
That's right.
And at the same time, two of you came in from the back, taking advantage of the lead you learned through the cook's entrance from the halfling.
Yeah. Also, their natural authenticity as members of the servant class. They also took advantage of that.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the progress you guys made before, but now you have another angle, which is Maria Malone's contract. Her what remains of her chef's apron, which she's been wearing. It's pretty gory, but you might be able to use it as inspiration. The patch is still intact on the arm. With the trout.
Nick's got his kit, his disguise kit. He could probably make something.
So,
Anyways, and you've also got the key. So I will
The key.
I will call your attention to a couple quest points, my friends. The first quest point. Hold on, I've got to show you guys. Give me just 1 second.
Ken, stop barking.
It's not me.
I did not expect that.
Big dog bark, little dog. Now, what's the name of the? It's the woman who is part of the Green Thistle Halfling clan, right? But what was her name? We never activated our little birds, did we?
So you're talking about Lori, or are you talking about the
one connected to the
to Matwick?
To the Golden Trout.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Guys, I'll be right back.
That was a whole other game system. Though.
We've got so many irons in the fire.
We really do.
I know.
We
Oh,
really
yeah.
do.
As a player, I'm even like, as a GM, I'd hate this.
Well, what we should do is start killing people just to kind of like close loose threads.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
Right. Just go on a thread closing spree. Like,
Right.
utterly fail in the quest.
Open up the equivalent of Task Manager in this game and right click kill.
Alt F4 everything.
Yeah.
Right. Control F4 where necessary.
Yeah. Damien,
There's
your studio, Damien, that you're recording from today is really pimp, between the dogs and the hat and the wood, the dried branches.
I love
and
how
the vase.
I love
It's
it
looking good.
as if on cue a dog leaps over Joshua.
She was not happy being on the
Like
couch.
it's like a dog waterfall.
Yeah, this is my father-in-law's office versus the plated room.
Yeah.
Nice.
So her name is Agatha, or Agonistica, Athica.
Okay, I gotta write that.
Aggie.
It's Aggie.
Okay.
Aggie Tumbleberry. I'll chat it out to this. Like, I need to create an NPC for her, but that's her name. You've learned that she has a grudge against the club because it transpires that the chefs are actually the halflings, but they claim to have the best human chefs in the in all of Greater Sapentime. And
Wow.
in fact, the halflings are doing all the work, and not being paid as much, having lower status.
That is so fucked up.
That really is. Let's have a conversation with her about cultural appropriation.
maybe late after we kill the cultists, we can come back.
Yeah, and they've taken the Golden Trout over as their own, and it's the most famous restaurant in the Reichland for halfling cuisine.
We can make that. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Cool. So let's see. That is tomorrow night, and tonight, from Sunny Rags, the black market is supposed to meet.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it meets.
So what did you want to buy? We're going to try to get Sean's dragon pistols or some supplies. therein, correct?
My dragon pistols are going to come through other means. I don't think I'm going to find them in the black market.
We were going to get a map of the sewers.
Oh,
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you guys want
That
to
was
buy
what
it.
was going to happen in the
So-
black market, and then possibly there could be other things that we could buy there, like poisons or toxins, or
Right.
shit like
Right.
that potentially.
more
Um,
sort of like higher concentration, distance, targetable, hallucinogenic substances, for example, like
Out of
darts.
a bird's anus.
Darts, exactly. So did he? I forgot about that. So also, though, didn't we go into the Spitalfield tenements believing we were going to find some the barrister who had the keys to our Council Liberum fortune? Like that, we had come here seeking him because he was
Yep.
raised. Is that right?
In fact, yes. And if you go to the quest log, everybody,
It's not... Whoa.
can someone please turn off?
I'm sorry. I've been listening to everything you're saying, and I didn't get.
Oh, that's great.
What are we looking at?
Go to the quest log.
Quest log, it's quest log.
So it's in the journal.
Journal entries.
Yeah.
I don't see quest log.
Oh, it's at the very bottom of journal. So
Band. Okay. Band of the hand session and notes.
no. So if you go to journal at the very, very bottom, you should see a button that says quest log.
Oh yeah, it's all the way at the bottom.
Oh, thank you. Okay, sorry, I'm being dumb. That bottom.
Mhm.
Call upon Patricia. Oh, right. We have this sweet thing.
And then you have the quest in question. Let's start out with the first one, which is the inheritance.
I like how one is thoughtfully called Purge Bogenhofen of Bad Crime. Bad crime. You know, not your garden variety. Where is the one that we're after? I'm missing it.
It's called the
I
inheritance.
don't see the.
Oh, you don't see it? Hold on one second.
No, my first one is Call Upon Patricia. And then
Crime Lord of Bogenhofen, Greenbacks and Black Powder. It came from the painting. Purge Bogenhofen, The Age of Sigmar, The Cowhand, The Witch Hunter, and Touched by Sigmar.
Got it. Okay, hold on. So let me something's up with this one quest permission. Let me,
Lyle's going to have to go do some JavaScript programming in order for this to all be enabled for you.
all right, everybody. Okay. It should show up now. Please
What's
let
it
me-
called, Lyle?
It's called the inheritance.
We're not seeing it.
I got it. But I had it from the beginning.
That's sad.
Yeah, I don't
All
have
right.
everything.
Something's up with the permissions on this quest. Sorry, guys, but I'll figure it out. I don't want to delay us. But here's the
Okay.
deal. You guys have achieved investigating or pursuing the lead on the missing lawyer, John Locke, at his childhood orphanage in the pit. Hooray! And what that means is that you've also received John Locke's safe key.
nice.
That's right. We found the key.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Which I've just posted to chat. I'm about to
And his
post.
key, it was the key to his safe was
There it is.
was upgrade snowman cannon, right?
That's right. It has the number box 23 on it.
23.
Oh, I think we're gonna send one Siren in as our front man, our face.
I will remind you though that the lawyers told you that they knew that having the key wasn't sufficient. That you needed to have also the passcode. For which
Yeah.
they encouraged you to visit Judge Hind Richter, which was Locke's close mentor and friend.
Yep.
So that's that. But you've also completed another quest, or you made progress on that one. But everyone also made progress on the Rescue the Orphans Inside Spitalfield quest,
No, I don't.
which Ken and Jason don't have access to for some reason. But everyone else does. Sorry, guys. It's something's up with the permissions on these quests. I need to dig in and figure it out. But with this guy, you have killed the vampire in the basement. You have her head, and critically, you have Dr. Giuliani's journal,
That's right.
which I've just shared with you. And
Should one of us read it?
Like who?
Well, I thought
I
Siren
can't-
already had.
Siren read it.
Yeah, I
That's how
think
we
so.
figured out it was probably a vampire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And so you're ready to make your way out if you guys want. You can creep back through the basement really carefully and then make your way up and then outside.
Do we
I
feel
would like-
do we feel confident we've kind of searched for anything we can find around here that might be?
I wouldn't say, but
I think I would like to search the basement personally.
if on the way back you guys want to do kind of a comprehensive search of the basement, there might be some goodies there, yeah?
yeah.
Let's do a little bit of poking around at least on the way out.
All
You know
right.
me, I'd prefer to pass up any treasure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
As everyone else is looking for things, I imagine Eugene has the bag with a head in it.
Mhm.
I would like to remove one of the canine teeth.
One of the teeth.
Hmm.
Got
Oh
it.
yeah, one of the.
Nick will show you a trick on how to do that. It's like,
Mickey, do you have a pair of forceps for this?
I think I have something in my doctor's bag here that I
Just
used to.
Eugene pulls the head out and just pries the jaws open. Like rigor mortis is starting to set, and we're gonna have to get to this quick.
Is this head completely dead, Lyle, or is it still
Yeah.
reflexively alive?
And you guys stake the body, right?
Yes, we.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna, gonna bring the body with you?
Yeah, I think we should haul it with us,
Yeah,
They're
we
probably
should
gonna
leave it down
ask
here
if
for the
they're-
orphans.
they're-
or burn it, or burn the
I don't
body.
risk burning
after
the
she-
basement.
Mhm.
That's true. Is there like a
Tenement.
fireplace or something in there?
There is an old rag thing that you guys probably wrap around her body. If
Let's
you
do
want.
that.
Do I see any stray bits of metal or brass or anything I could wrap around the foot of the peg leg just to kind of recondition it?
As you scan through the basement, I'll let you know if you find something that might.
An old jar of varnish that you can just kind of touch it up with a little bit.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
I carved off a point. That's how I was able to sew seamlessly.
Right.
So.
So do we? I feel like we need to take the body and the head to the officials outside doing the quarantine, right? Explain to them there's no actual infectious disease here, and we've saved the day, but without drawing too much attention to ourselves.
I think that's a great idea. I would like an opportunity to, before those Sigmar priests come in here and deal with these orphans, to heal them or remove any infectious diseases upon them so that these poor orphans aren't stricken down in Sigmar's righteous jurisdiction.
Oh, these
guys.
ones will disappear before the Sigmarites can get to them.
So it's been a while, but there was a woman named Sister Bromine who was outside, and she was the sister of Shalya, which is the kind of goddess of healing and the downtrodden.
Mhm.
Anyways, she's the one that put the white ribbon surrounding Spitalfield, indicating that it was under quarantine. She's probably going to be all over it in terms of going in and checking out the.
Okay, so Eugene would know, because Eugene's fear is that, there's been a vampire here. They're just going to kill anyone who's been bitten.
I see.
He is imagining that they're just going to burn through this building to remove any potential infection.
In that case, I would advise you guys to be very cautious about how you spill the information about the vampire.
Yeah.
In that case, I would recommend with Lieutenant Brott, who was she's the woman that runs the watch here in the pit. She was outside Spitalfield as well. You met her, as well as Father, the Sigmarite Father. I forget his name. Anyways, she. I guess when you break the news to her about what happened, you guys might want to not just shout it out to the rooftops.
Yeah, I feel like what we should do is very discreetly pass ourselves off as Caster Librum and his minions, who are out seeking justice and saving lives. And this was but a small task we were happy to do. Deposit the body and move on. Start to seed talk that Casper's back and he's.
Jason, are you going with like a reverse Batman maneuver where your alter ego is actually your superhero identity?
That's right.
Is your
No, that's
billionaire?
exactly right. That's exactly right. My character's got that whole alter ego thing. Remember, it kind of got filtered out when we switched from this Viander system to this one. But like he had this whole power set around alter ego, right? So in this case, is literally. Yeah, exactly.
What's going to happen though when you become the more clown the superheroes? Isn't that going to detract a little from Caster Librum's? Is that like another superhero that you're going to play
It's
on
just
the side?
layers. It's layers on layers on layers. Yeah, no, it's like Robin. You I don't know how much Robin comics you meant. That guy was Nighthawk and this shit and that shit. But it is true. Remember that Bruce Wayne was the costume and Batman was
The true man.
the true person. Yeah. So
Or we could try to build the reputation of the Band of the Hand as well. Just say this was the work of the Band of the Hand. We don't want to associate Caster Librum with it.
Well, okay. First of all, what work have we done here? We've really helped Sigmar's cause, right?
Well,
So,
no, we've wiped out a vampire and prevented it from killing more people.
but is the Band of the Hand like? What is the Band of the Hand's reputation? Where is that reputation headed? I feel like the Band of the Hand. I feel like we have both a good and a bad reputation. Like if we want to get in with the Golden Trout crowd, we're going to have to be evil. And I feel like what we just did was good.
So, because, well,
What's the goal of the Band of the Hand, guys?
right.
Well, I mean, it's a thwart evil, but I don't think that a name's necessarily helpful in that.
well,
Yeah.
didn't we want to like establish like a criminal presence? Like if we wanted to, somehow get into, I don't know, wasn't that one of the quests? Was something about sort of
Yeah, it was. But I mean, my point is like we all know what our true goal is, but what's our ostensible goal? Don't we have like our cover story here? And aren't we kind of going against it?
Well, so we have the Death Clowns. We have the Band of the Hand.
the Juggalos? Let's call it what it is, Jason.
Caster. Yeah. No, let's be clear. Do we care? How are we trying to position the value prop of the Band of the Hand? How do we want them to be perceived?
I think the Band of the Hand should be us, actual us. Like we are the Band of the Hand. So we shouldn't reveal the existence of the Band of the Hand. That should be our secret.
We have already stated to the people outside that we were looking for our associate, the lawyer, and asked about him specifically. So it makes sense to me if we continue with the caster side, because then people aren't going to get this weird, like, oh, why are these people looking for casters lawyers?
Continuity helps. That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
So
we passed
Bill
off
Custer.
as like we accidentally killed this vampire. Like we're so turbo badass that it just kind of happened by accident.
Well,
We might be, relative to the results, the narrative results likely to be achieved here, we might be overthinking this. I don't know.
I like that result. Let's
All
let
right.
the dice
So-
decide what.
How about this? The whole time you guys are debating your sort of meta identity as a crew, you're also
Slow
searching.
Did way
motion
too many
power
mushrooms.
unit.
You're also
Slow motion
searching
power.
this basement. You're searching the basement.
Okay.
So let me get.
We can talk while we search. I can see
Yeah.
us having this involved discussion while we're like rifling through things.
Yeah, exactly. So
Is it perception? What is it?
Yeah, let me get perception checks from everyone, and because I assume you're taking your time. It'll just be the place is really dark. It's a mess, so it's gonna be hard. So what's that? +10.
Even if we have low light vision,
If you have low light vision and or you're using Ken's
Lantern.
the lantern that Mick has, then it'll be +0. But if you're using a
So-
candle or a torch,
Difficulty hard says -20.
oh sorry, I want -10 then.
So
So difficult. Yeah.
Difficult. Yeah.
And- does this take over 30 minutes to get back?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
So wait, is it challenging for those with low light or?
If you got
What was
low
the-
light, it's not. It's just 0.
Hey, that was awesome, Sean. Your dice whapped into mine and changed my roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it kept my roll in the chat, so the result stood, but like the animation.
God damn.
Oh,
None of us found anything, so
I did.
that's great.
No, I rolled. I got skill level +5. I rolled
Plus
13 against the 16.
5.
Oh,
yeah.
Impressive.
You were targeted.
So the impressive
The rest of
success.
us were too involved in our conversation about our cover.
Uh-huh.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Well, but see,
are
with
we
Siren, even though
juggalos
he's
or are we a band? Like, what are we?
Siren can just BS, but he can like spot for valuable things as like his like default MO, and then while he's just BSing the whole time, he's like casing the joint. All right, Siren. So can I get a 1d100 roll, please?
$62.
All right. You find a moldy mattress, really moldy. You what you thought was a solid wall of the maze was actually a mattress that had been overgrown with black mold. You brushed against it and you got spores down your throat. Can you please make an endurance test?
Oh, awesome.
That is like my worst thing, I think.
Challenging,
Okay.
+0.
You
Endurance.
better roll like your life depends on it.
He's gonna roll like a 93.
Yeah, it probably does. Oh, hold on. I don't have endurance, actually. That's one of the ones you just add automatically, right?
Yeah. It goes off toughness. So if you don't have endurance, just roll toughness.
And then you said, what difficulty level did you say?
0.
Difficult
0.
or easy?
That's +0.
Okay.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh! Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Crushed it.
it sat on 86 for a second for my screen.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
love
yeah,
the visual dice.
It's so great.
So you like cough a little bit, but you're fine. You know, you're Siren. You got this. And then it occurs to you that Eugene would be interested in checking this mattress out. Eugene, would you like to come over and make an average herbalist test?
Yeah, I think as Sarah like, bumps into it, Eugene's like already pulled out like a vial and a little dagger to take a scraping. He was like, "Oh, fungus! Down here, a fungus that can survive. Interesting." And that was an herbalist check.
Mm-hmm.
Herbalist. So would that be trade herbalist or lore herbs?
Trade herbalist.
Cool.
Or-
and this is
Yeah. Do you have that as a skill?
yes, I do. What is the roll?
Average +20.
Average. Cool.
Oh.
Yes.
Astonishing success. Whoa. +7. Dude, that's epic.
That's gotta be something good there.
Yeah, dude. So you realize that you can use this to produce Faxterol, which is a coagulant that will cure the bleeding condition. And because of your sort of insight into like how it works, and you realize instantly how to harvest it properly in a safe way, and you're able to get 7 doses worth over time. You'll have to work on it. But if you have a down moment where you can sit with your lab, then you can start pumping these things out, and you can make up to 7 of them.
Okay.
I
7.
was peeing on the back of my garage here. What does it do?
It lets you make Faxterol, FaxtorYll, which is a coagulant that will cure the bleeding condition. That can be
Permanently?
applied during combat. 7.
Okay, but I mean, it doesn't cure the bleeding condition permanently. It just like stops the bleeding.
Yeah. So let's say that like someone's bleeding in combat, you can just slap it on them.
Or if Kwalme starts bleeding out, Kwalme the bleeder starts.
Yeah,
bleeding
basically, I need you to make me like a Faxterol, necklace of some kind where I can just crush it on me.
All right, I take it
Right.
back. 10 doses, dude. 10.
Do you apply it? Is it something one eats or smears in the wound?
You smear it on the wound.
So
You remember
Eugene
that
just like
scene-
is
remember that scene in The
scraping it.
Rock? Where
into
you
a
have to
bowl.
like put the thing into your heart, you know?
Pulp
Yep.
Oh, from
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Right.
The adrenaline.
Speaking of which,
Adrenaline
you,
injection.
you guys can keep searching. Let me get checks again from everyone.
I'm looking for something to help with the is it I'm using your lantern, by the way, Ken.
Is it still difficult?
Yeah.
I have an impressive success.
So does Mick.
Look at all this dice.
Oof, I blow it.
I know you
Wait.
you rolled twice.
I've got
Siren.
between
But I didn't roll.
Oh, I succeeded on my first one.
Astonishing success with Eugene. Wow.
No, that was saying
That was
from my
herbalist.
last one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
the
the
herbalist.
I
Yeah.
somehow rolled a Siren. That's my bad.
Oh yeah. Okay. Once you re-roll, is you. I'll delete that from the chat.
For some reason, how do I?
So I got an impressive success, and I have been scanning for materials to repair a leg. Hopefully, a little brass fitting and a small hammer to repair it.
Ideally, like a brass cap intended for use on a peg leg, and a small assortment of tools that one would attach it to the peg leg with.
Mick was looking for any kind of clue related to the dude that were
Equals 0. You got 62. Okay.
Mhm.
the lawyer. Any kind of clue that might relate to the lawyer or Cash. Either one.
Got it. All right, Nick. You smell something, and you track it down, and you see there's some like rotten boards, and then in the boards you see what looks like a body, and you get up close on it. You've seen enough bodies, and
I've seen that.
it looks like it's pretty freshly killed. It's got fight marks. It's dead though, for sure. And you just get a feeling that it might be John Locke. Like there's a spot around his neck where it looks like someone had worn a leather necklace. Your gut tells you like this. I just found John Locke. That's what
I'm just going to drag the body out and just say,
Oh,
hey,
God,
Siren,
Mick.
here's your lawyer. I found your lawyer. And just drags the body and sits him down like Weekend at Bernie style.
Oh my
Just
god!
sort of next to him.
Siren just shakes his head in a mixture of dismay and world weariness at how Mick can be the most morally scrupulous and inflexible and yet the least empathic among us. As if an honor-bound nest of rules determines every action, not the beauty of the universe. I go over and I feel next to my friend and I go, yep, that fucker's dead.
He walks up, feels for a pulse.
All right.
Yeah,
So Sean Kwalme finds a. It looks like if you would have bumped into it, it would have like fallen in your head. But now that you're kind of being careful, you found a crate of old rusty nails. But in the crate of rusty nails, there's actually 2 or 3 nails that are like really nice. They're in good shape, and it looks like you can use the shavings from them to do exactly what you wanted. But you guys will need to make some form of craft check to try to get the leg back in a good condition.
Who has the best crafting abilities? I don't think I have. Is that a skill or a characteristic?
I have no idea. I was just
That is
He's
not,
kind of crafty,
not
but
Siren.
Oh wait, no. I think what it is I learned this on the deck of a boat. Anybody have a problem with that?
No, that makes sense.
I think brass and boats go together.
It's like this is like pegged leg maintenance. Can you tell us the story about the last leg?
The last leg I repaired was a man named Johnson, and I met him in a bar in a sea town, and he had a broken peg leg, which caused him to limp, and he was already limping. So you can imagine like how decrepit he was. And what I did was we have this thing that's suspiciously like tape that you would wrap around pipes, if you were fixing a pipe or something like that. And so all I did was I splinted it, or I put it together, and I just wrapped it in this black tape we use on the boat. And then what you can do is you can actually fire it, and it'll kind of get hard. and I repaired his leg that way. And the memory of that is with me now as I stare at this stuff. That's why I get to roll sail barge.
Yeah, and we will treat this as a craftsman trade check.
Okay.
And it's actually rather than sail barge.
Oh crap! Okay, never mind.
Did you already roll it?
No. What would it be?
Impressive.
It's an impressive something.
I'll give you one more shot at it, but it's going to be harder. It's just do a dexterity check.
Okay, a
and-
dex check. Okay,
and make
and
it,
it's, what's it gonna be? Challenging?
Yeah, no, -10. So what's between challenging and hard?
All right.
Difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Versus 14.
Wow. Why do you have a 14?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I thought I had really high dexterity because I had to shoot a gun.
Everyone, let's look at Kwalme's character sheet.
Have you not spent your EXP yet?
Something's screwball here. 1 second while I spin some EXP. Okay, guys.
You haven't spent anything on dexterity.
Dex, he's a
But you
20. You have a
can't.
24, dude.
Oh, because you have ballistic skill instead of dexterity. That's right.
Oh, yeah. What you were going for.
I forgot about that.
Good.
I forgot that was a whole different stat.
What? Wait. What should I have spent money on here?
No,
I mean, ballistic skill if you want to
ballistics,
shoot things good.
Ballistics, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you spent your money where you needed to.
Okay.
dude.
All right. So I failed.
You did. It's and the worst thing about failing is because it's like you failed. What was your? It was like wasn't that far off. Marginal failure is that like you only kind of you didn't really make it worse. And you didn't make it better. Where you did manage to kind of smear some iron fillings into the tip, which maybe he'll like. Who knows if he likes shiny stuff? But we'll see how it goes.
Remind me, Sean, the significance of the peg leg again.
Stole it off
I'm
somewhere.
So we used it as a stake, and so
Oh, it's got vampire
from the only
blood
guy
in
with
it,
a peg leg.
right? Wait, isn't it shoved into her body, dude?
Oh, we can't take it out. We cannot remove
But you
it.
can't take it out?
Once it's in, you got to leave it in. That's what kind of
You
keeps it
can't, though.
immobilized, folks.
Can we
You
make it
can't
so
though.
that you did the
can
other
cut
side?
a perimeter.
Of
You can
the
cut a
body?
perimeter of about like a half an inch of
Yes.
I think we
vampire
could simply.
hard flesh from around it, and then
We-
drive that on like a leather sheath.
I mean, Nick will do that. Nick will do the work, right?
Okay,
That's no problem. to me.
I'm actually down for that. I mean, if
But-
that's the way it has to be.
So this is what
Or
happens.
we could just
Kwalme,
really
for
quickly
some
just
reason,
pull it out and put another stake in. its
Kwame
place.
like came
Just-
over behind her.
Just
and,
switch like this. Mick just goes over and switches.
Do you have another stake though? Because Mick worked really hard on that one.
No, Mick didn't
Or
work
Kwame
on.
did. Sorry, Kwame.
Kwame worked really
hard.
hard on it, but we had. Remember, you said there were a couple. All the ones the kids brought back. There were like
That's
two that
true.
were functional.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So we do have something we can make a quick stake with and replace it so that Kwame can replace or repair the leg.
got it.
So just do the.
Does anyone
Alright.
have any dexterity? I look around. I'm holding. So let's just. Can we? Is it okay, Lyle, if we assume that we swap in a different stake from the supply that the children brought us?
Sure.
Okay.
But
Also,
guys,
that
here's
already
the-
happened.
this is
That
such a
already
good.
happened. This
such a-
steak is a little dirty right now at this point. It's a
It's
little
really gross. Yeah.
We also met the WinCon the conditions required for the completion of this quest, and we got the key, and we kind of got our needs met. Let's just go. Just take the stake and go. Whatever happens here happens.
No. We either need to somehow get rid of the body. I mean, remember we were going to drop by and just tell them like, look, we think this was a vampire. We're not sure. See you
Let's
later.
just drop the body and walk off into the sunset.
Lol. Guys, I think this is
All right,
actually
let's
a
do
good
it. I think
spot
it's a good plan.
to
Wait,
pause.
but can we search this body?
You
We
can.
did. Mick did.
And,
Well, no,
and you
I
guys
mean,
don't-
she has a patch on her. We already know we're taking
No,
the
no,
patch.
no. John
John
Locke's
Locke's
body.
body.
The
Oh,
lawyer.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
like Mick, while everyone's talking, Mick is going through his
It's just
buddies.
his pocket searching.
He's got his arms around, his arm on his shoulder, kind of like propping
He's just
him up.
practicing like quick theft.
And this is a good spot to pause, I think, and consider our motivations. Sort of like we've gone through the extended opening sequence of the episode.
Now the
Right.
credits roll.
The credits.
And we're now
We're-
a year in. We make it to the credits.
Yeah. And introducing Siren. So last week, Siren's motivation was to deal justice.
Yeah.
And an example of him dealing justice last week was, I guess, Getting bitten really hard by a vampire?
Yeah,
because you gave me shit about wanting to deal some fucking justice to that vampire.
Yeah, Siren was very committed in his belief that there was a redeemable soul within this particular undead specimen, and he felt as though she was victim, not villain.
Mhm.
And he wanted desperately to, even at great risk to himself, see if he could keep her alive. Seeing that his friend Mick had would not be dissuaded from his efforts to kill her, he jumped in and tried to do it first and got badly hurt. And it's only reinforced his belief that karmic retribution comes to those who sort of stray from the path of justice. He's got mixed feelings about the whole encounter, although he definitely will listen to Mick when it comes to vampires.
All right, Eugene, his motivation was to revenge against the witchcraft or hedgecraft lives. Is that all lives matter, not just hedgecraft lives matter crowd?
The revenge against the system and religion.
The witch, the witch, the
But also his revenge against the witch because it had preyed upon innocents, orphans and children, and those down upon. And I think that manifested by Eugene not stepping in at all, really trying to convince for parlay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well,
you
and
just
Eugene
sort of,
recognized right away that this was a bad power. Right? This was not good. It's not natural.
Yeah, there was no redeeming.
which reminds me, it wasn't redeeming. In fact, it was terrible. And I need all of you to make corruption checks to see if your exposure to the vampire corrupted
Didn't we do that last time?
Wait, how does this work again? Though? Didn't we? The corruption is. In Zweihander, there was something you rolled to see if you were going to take.
Yeah, it's going to be a roll. Here, I'll.
What is it? Just like a raw roll?
Here, I'm going to share with you
I think
guys
it's
the
cool.
the corruption roll. It's cool if it's in your head.
Oh,
Um,
and then endurance or something if it's your body.
yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Oh, remember, Siren has that. I have some special skill that may not have transferred over, where like gnarly shit doesn't bother me. Scenes of like spilled viscera, organ, and
Yeah. So this is going to
colonic contents.
Gore.
Basically gore. Yeah.
I just dropped a chat into the window. Corrupting influence minor. Everyone can click on that, and that will automatically do your roll.
Is it endurance or cool?
It's gonna be endurance, and I think when you click the pop-up, it'll tell you which one to choose.
Oh, actually, it's giving me both options: endurance or cool.
Yeah, so in this case, it should be endurance. And
And is it challenging or is it average?
it's going to be challenging.
Why is it endurance again instead of cool?
Cool is for like a mental corrupting thing, a thing that gets in your mind.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Whereas
Ugh.
you rolled as me, by the way.
yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can.
you're
you should
right.
re-roll
I gotta
that. Yeah.
Oh, it's because I've got you targeted somehow. A selected.
Yeah, exactly. Click on yourself instead.
Yeah. So
we need to undo that. You just got corruption, Kwalme.
Oh, Kwalme just got even more corruption.
Even
Oh my
more.
God! Stop clicking on me, you guys.
oh, that's
I'm
hilarious.
corruption.
Wait, hold on. Watch this. Watch this. I've got Kwalme
Hold on.
selected. I'm gonna click the
I have
hit
Kwalme
myself in the
selected
face
too.
skill.
Hold
Wait,
on.
look, watch. I'm gonna hit myself in the face. That's Kwalme. It's so funny. Hey, well, for some reason my view here. I gotta reload. I gotta exit Foundry and come back in.
Wait, why am I Kwalme?
Looks like everybody's Kwalme. What's going on? I agree that Kwalme is pretty awesome, and that you should all try
Aren't
to
we
be
all?
him.
Aren't
but-
we all Kwalme
Inside.
inside? Yeah, in our hearts.
That's not good, Eugene.
Eugene's used to it.
By the way, I found where corruption was. It's on the
Ooh.
main character sheet, and I undid it. You guys had knocked me up by 2.
Yeah, cool, cool.
Eugene is sprinting to the first mutation of the group.
Second,
wondering-
actually, you've already had one
Nick-
mutation.
Mick also failed.
But you got one, which we need to bake into your sheet. Remember how you look more like a bird now? This is after you
Oh, from the
the
miscast.
demon. No, it's from the demon. Remember, like your interaction with the demon and the witch stone
Yeah.
pushed you
So
over
that's
the edge.
Which can we call it warpstone now?
Yeah,
Wow.
warpstone,
can we
yeah.
call it Warpstone?
We can, yeah.
I was one corruption away in Zweihander from getting a disorder.
But didn't you
But
already get hit with mutation?
looking like the bird was because I rolled a critical success on my incantation to turn into a raven to attack the witch hunter, which made me look like a bird. So I got neg 10 on charm and plus 10 on perception. But that wasn't a corruption.
Right, I remember. Okay, so that wasn't a yeah. You haven't had your first corruption, which is good because if you get too many of those, you die. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, is this the thing that puts you over the line potentially, where you have to make the save to figure out whether or not you you mutate?
I mean, so it's so weird because the two systems measure it differently. So like here, I only have 4 out of 8 corruption in this game, where in Zweihander I was 9 out of 10. So I don't know how we want to equate those because like the mutations and disorders in Warhammer are not equivalent to the mutations and disorders of Zweihander, which were much more terrifying.
Yeah, true.
So like story wise, it kind of makes sense to me that like facing this first dark evil that was like a something that Eugene would usually try to redeem and save was just kind of what broke him the first time.
So, but that you saying that you actually kind of want to try to make the save on the mutation?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah, we'll say you were 9 going into 10. So, yeah, hold on one second. I gotta look something up.
Disorders, mutations.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
Ken, the answer to your question is yes. I'll once we get to it, I'll get to it.
Okay, that's fine.
That always worries me.
What do you got to worry about, Eugene?
I have to worry about getting a mutation and Mick wanting to murder me.
Mick likes you.
All right.
I know. That's how it's going to be so much worse.
Okay, slow manifestations, corrupting. Okay. Should you gain more corruption to immediately make a challenging endurance test. If passed, you've managed to hold off your corruption for now. But have a test again next time you gain corruption points. So every single time after this that you gain corruption points, you'll need to do it.
Okay. So I'm just going to set myself to 8 corruption points then out of 8.
You have 8?
So-
You have 8?
Hey, dude, he's done a lot of. Dude, he had a major corrupting event when the whole thing with the witch stone and the demon.
Interacting with the demon's a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So, Mick, as you're sitting there, you see that, like, the toll of Eugene's encounter with the vampire has sort of. You can see it's weighing on him. That combined with his experience, which I think was it just today, dude? Was it this morning? Feels like it was, right? That you guys encountered the lawyer, and you had your first encounter with the demon.
Because we went to the lawyer's office like first thing in the day, I think.
Yeah, you went there as soon as it opened, and then you went right over to. So it was just this morning that you experienced that. Mick, you feel like a little glow inside of you, like a little golden tinge, like kind of nudging you over to Eugene in this moment.
Mick kind of shakes his head, walks over to Eugene and says, "Eugene, look at me."
What? Kind of looks away.
Eugene, look at me.
What, Mick?
Dude, when you look at Mick, you notice in his blind eye, that milky white eye, in the back of it, what looks like a little tiny golden glow, like a little spark. And something about it feels right. Like normally you'd be like, "What the hell?" But it actually sort of like soothes over you in this sort of calming fashion. And as the kind of blackness goes through your body and you feel the final shiver as it tries to kind of get out of you and mutate you. You feel it pass into Mick. And Mick, you now need to make the challenging endurance test. But remember, you have the pure soul ability.
So I think, Mick, as you look at Eugene, everything around him just kind of darkens, and you start to hear just those dissonant whispers that Eugene heard when the demon was near. And they're all just speaking in the same voice, and you can just kind of see like a tongue flicking out from the darkness around Eugene.
All right. This makes Mick very uncomfortable. He doesn't quite know what's going on, but he knows that he's got to do something about the darkness that's in Eugene. So this is it? Do you say this is challenging endurance test?
Challenging endurance, yeah. And I need to go look up how your per soul ability works. Ooh, 28.
I will. Let's see.
You hit it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, success +3. Cool. Yeah. Eugene, not only does it sort of like the feeling pass, but you lose 1 corruption point in the process. You can feel like a little bit of weight kind of dissolve from you. And then Mick, it's like as soon as it's passed and it goes through, you kind of snap out of it, dude. It's like you can't even remember what happened. Like you're in a daze and you find yourself sitting next to Eugene. And you're like, what?
And it snorts up a big glob of phlegm and spits it out on the ground. She's like, what was that? What happened?
None. So are we walking out of here, y'all?
Well, we still have a few more successful search results. I think you failed yours, Eugene, and Kwalme did his. But I believe that Siren gets another search. Yeah, you had marginal success, and also Mick had a success. So I need rolls on the 1d100 rolls from both of you.
Wait. So what we're rolling 1d100 because
you succeeded on your last search, your second search through the thing. And by the way, I need to after you do these rolls, we gotta go back to the motivations. Okay, there we go. That's a success. Oh, you got an 82. No, Mick, just give me a 1d100.
Is that just, what is that, RD100?
Yeah, slash R1d100. Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, slash R.
Or slash.
Okay, sorry.
Slash R, yeah.
And it's space D100, right?
I really want one of you guys to get an amazing roll here.
You do or don't want
I
us
really
to?
do. I really do.
71.
Okay.
You've disappointed him, Ken.
Ken,
We've all disappointed.
Mick finds a whole bunch of those rat traps, and you realize that you could probably disarm a bunch of them and bring them with you if you wanted to have a bunch of rat traps.
It fits. It fits our MO.
It's like, this is a gold mine.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the case that like at some point we would use them to gin up some utterly nonsensical like sentry alarm or whatever. We would surround a camp with them or cover a doorway in the darkness with them.
Absolutely.
Or like put blades on the traps thing with poison.
It's endless possibility.
We're just standing there.
Endless.
Yeah,
but it does take a few.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
Take a half a dozen or a dozen.
All right. Hey, Jason, I want to get one more roll from you guys. The reason why, by the way, is there's something really awesome down here.
What would I roll?
Just give me another 1d100. Like with your 82, you're like, oh, something's interesting. Like you feel something tugging at you. Like
27.
You got a 27?
Oh, it's my lucky number, so it must be good.
Do I need to roll something different?
Actually, the higher the better for this roll.
So let's just call that a 97.
Oh, the higher the better. Then
I mean, you guys could spend a point to if you wanted to. You could
I mean, you want us
turn
to.
that to a 9. I do want you to, but it's up to you guys.
Which is why you should just have us succeed. If you want it to happen, we want it to happen. It's narratively satisfying if it happens.
I just rolled a 69. I mean, what's not to love about that?
All right, hold on. Let me go look at this. Let me go look at this table. Hold on, guys. What page is this? Page 1. 167. 183.
Dragon pistols. Thank you, Lyle.
It's dragon pistols. Of course, it's.
Oh,
Dragon
but you have to
pistols.
roll a 183 on a 1d100.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
I just don't get why they make random tables so big.
All right, hold on. I'm scrolling as fast as I can here. Oh, wait, 10 more pages. Okay. Okay. Oh. Dude, the page reference that they gave is wrong. They gave a link to the Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, guys. It would involve a little too much side work for me to set it up right now. But maybe at some point I'll bring you guys back to research through this basement, because you get the feeling that there's something down here, Siren, something
Right.
evil
Ooh.
Something evil.
calling to you somewhere
Yeah.
in this basement.
Okay. When Mick is off like somewhere else, like praying or sort of looking askance at someone's really pretty modest behavior, I'm going to tell the other guys there's something down here that I think we should find. I don't know what it is, but my noble sense suggests it. We gotta keep looking, you guys.
Which brings us back to our motivations. So we're up to Kwalme now. Kwalme's goal motivation was to survive Spitalfield.
Which he did.
And he was
style,
so willing to survive, I will add, that he was 100% ready to shove a stake into the barrel of his pistol and attempt to shoot it at a vampire, potentially destroying his favorite weapon. That was the
That would
level
have
of
been
his
so good.
commitment to survival. And then
Are we like modifying our thing for this game, or what are we doing?
No, yeah, we're gonna have new motivations, but and then finally, Mick, his motivation was to follow the old ways of the true ways of Sigmar before Sigmar became and his church became a giant, corrupt, sprawling, patriarchal, people burning monstrosity.
The true Sigmar. But that's my big overarching motivation.
Oh, all right, that's right. Sorry, it was to protect the innocent, quote unquote. My
Protect the
bad.
innocent.
Yeah.
Which I think.
Which you tried to do with Maria. Eventually, though, you realized you just had to kill her.
Well, I had to kill her to protect the innocent.
All right, everyone, please message me right now your vote for most motivated, and anyone that the winner.
What are we messaging you?
Just message me who you think acted most according to their motivations previous session. You can vote for yourself, by the way.
How do you whisper?
Wait, you mean in last week or
Last week? Yep. This is the double extended credit scene.
Yeah, I've already forgotten what everybody's motivations were. It's been so long since we started this credit scene.
Yes.
What was it? W/space game.
Siren,
Master,
dealing
is that right?
justice. Eugene, revenge on the system. Kwalme,
So,
survive Spitalfield. Mick, protect the
/
innocent.
What you want to type, Ken, is /W space Game Master space Siren. That will vote for Sean.
All right. Doop, doop, doop. I think that everyone vote. No, I'm still missing. One,
I voted.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, okay. Wow. Oh, look, you guys are awesome. So, no one person got a majority,
Whoa.
and thus, oh, I take it back. Sorry. There's the final vote. It was Mick. Mick did it.
Yay, Mick!
Mick, you are the recipient of 1 resolve point.
Beautiful.
At this rate, we'll be ascending the stairs when 10 o'clock rolls around.
Right. I know.
This is what I like about
Hey
playing.
guys, we made it out of the basement.
Hey, Sean, what don't you understand about slow motion power gaming?
Exactly. Can we just
What
pause
don't you
for
understand?
the audience, for the many viewers in the audience who are watching this stream right now? Our style is to really savor the game, to really enjoy what we're doing. Also, half of us are senile, and it's up to you, our audience, to guess which half that is.
Maybe it's a majority, maybe it's not.
All right.
Maybe
So,
not. Yeah, maybe not.
now,
Spoiler alert, it's not the dude in his 20s.
guys, we're gonna do the speed round.
Yep.
Everyone, you've got to like just blitz out your motivation. You're gonna have to do it
All right.
fast. Starting with Siren.
Siren, wait, I already said my motivation is, as it continues to be, is to administer justice. Having grown up a young man of privilege at court, I saw far too many inequities dealt to the poor and downtrodden. And though I find them coarse, smelly, and deeply unappealing, I still believe they should be treated with fairness, much like one would treat livestock with fairness. And so my goal is to transform my capabilities into the administration of justice. I wanted to do so with this vampiress who I thought to be a victim, not villain, but Mick, with his constant sanctimony, just had to go in and fucking kill her. So that's where we're at now.
Chop her head off.
Chop, chop.
Chop her head
She was already dead. Good point. Good point,
Okay.
Mick. We can't kill.
Okay, Eugene.
Burn the witch burners.
Burn the witch burners. Comment.
So I think that the halfling grudge against the golden trout is a religious war. I'm definitely entranced by their fight, their struggle, their class struggle, and I would like to see the halflings succeed in their struggle against the kitchen staff of the golden trout.
Got it. Very good. And then Mick.
I think that he is two things. Very concerned about sort of any kind of magical element that he's now somehow involved in. He might have been touched by magic. He needs to sort of think about that a little bit. And then really that triggers him to really push on figuring out what's going on with the cultists. Like, that's a big bad harm to a lot of people. And, the rich, when shit goes down, they can go to their vacation house outside. Right? All the poor people have to stay in the city. So,
Yep. All right, perfect. Cool. All right, so are you guys finally going to go upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. I believe we should. Unless you think we should discuss it at any further.
Eugene is up the stairs.
And I will
right.
make a quest for you guys. The mystery of the evil in the Spitalfield basement.
Oh,
Um,
ominous.
something else to find there. Mick's hauling the body. He has no problem. He's got the head, in a sack over his shoulder, and he's just dragging the body behind.
Would you say he has no qualmes about it?
That was a
Not
whole
like
ride.
that.
Oh,
I just don't give two Micks about the whole thing. That's,
I'm Siren, what you're doing.
yes.
That's pretty good. Keep it going. One more. One more.
You've got the genes for this, kid. You've got the genes for this. All right, so as you make your way upstairs, before you kind of exit, there's a big crowd at the top. And Sean, that face again, that Mick or that Kwalme saw in the crowd, you see it for a second again, dude. You see it, and it flashes up there, and then it turns around and leaves. And you recognize it as your mom's old boyfriend.
What?
Yeah,
What?
dude. And that she,
Chad.
dude, and that he ran from her once things got bad when he realized that she was going to try to eat him, as it were.
Wait.
So when I see this, I'm like, Chad, wait.
He turns and fucking runs, dude. When he sees your face again, he's like, shit, and he bolts upstairs.
Is that an old friend of yours?
I'll show you guys what he looks like because you all see it happen.
Not a friend of mine. No, it's a friend of my mom. Yeah.
So you just have to say hi because otherwise it'd be
You're
awkward.
not my real dad.
And talk to your
Chad.
mom and be like, "Hey, I saw Kwalme, and Kwalme didn't say hi. What's up with that?"
This is not
Something
your
like
dad.
that. I mean, to go back to my mother would probably mean his death, but
Like, do we need to kill him? Like, would we be doing your mom a solid if we murdered him? Not that I condone violence.
if you look at his ears, I mean, clearly he's not completely human. So, did you get a good glimpse of Chad? Did you?
Yeah. This is the glimpse you get. He's like an older elf, like old even by elf standards. Well, maybe not super old, but he looks like he's just been beaten down by the world.
His
island
name
life.
is Chadwick, but we all call him Chad.
In the spirit,
Yeah.
in the spirit of Sean had proposed that we have more quest threads than we can track, and then maybe we need to launch Task Manager and then force quit a few with our swords. So I say we just need to rush this guy and gut him like a pig.
Check that box fucking immediately. Boom.
Done.
Chad.
That would feel good.
But before you can kill the Chad side quest,
You hear the sound of nothing but like unlimbering swords.
AKA, why did Kwalme's mom have a elf boyfriend? The whole crowd, including Gino, who you guys recall was the giant. I'm putting these guys on the map, by the way. You can see them as they come in. And Annika, who is the she runs the orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Dr. Giuliani's still upstairs, right?
Right.
She was sick. They're all like buzzing. They're trying to figure out what happened. But are you guys just going to head right outside, or are you going to pause and speak to the residents of Spitalfield?
I think I said we at least make clear to them that we believe we've resolved their problem, so they can go about their lives without fear. Do we have consensus on that?
Just make a noble declaration and keep moving.
And they see Mick with a sack with like a round object in it, dragging a body behind him. So
all right, yeah. So let's just you guys keep walking. I stand and sort of sweep my cape to the side, and I loudly pronounce, "'Twas not an infectious disease that befell this community. It was the work of a terrible creature, chopped up into bits by our fell hand, now loaded in that bag. You may resume your lives."
Okay.
Nick kind of jingles the bag when he says that as he's walking by.
Like I do like a kind of funny like poo, 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 just to show it's full of meat. Just
splat.
Yeah. Like some kind of wet thunks and like kind of deep in the skein where my fist hits.
Good. Okay.
All right. But do we think there's any information we should gain from these people? Should we go back up and talk to Giuliani, for example, or do we want to just get this vampire deposited and move on?
You probably should get out.
We need to get out, but we also know that we want to come back eventually and investigate the case.
Yeah. And we need to keep our big old ears out for Chadwick.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Who apparently going to murder on sight.
We will gank Chad.
You think we killed the vampire quickly without talking? Fucking Chad's not going to know what hit him.
All right, so you guys make your way
Just
out.
Just like, hey, Chad!
Just get curb stomped, poor dude. God.
With the head of Maria in the bag and her staked body. And immediately the crowd starts to go, wow, like they all see you come out. There's a huge buzz. There must be 40, 50, 60 people gathered around. And Gisela Brate, the sergeant of the watch responsible for the pit
Hmm.
comes over to you guys.
So have they opened the barricaded doors?
They do let you guys out as you open
Okay.
up. She comes up to the oh, that's true. Good point. You have to. Yeah, you do the knock on the doors that she told you to give the knock, and they let you out. And she comes right over, and she's like, "Okay, you've come out."
I think we all kind of push Siren forward.
After about 2 hours, by the way, and 85% of that time, 95% of the time occupied with just shitting among ourselves and actual no action. She expected, didn't she give us like a timeline? Like, if you're not back in 24 hours, you're dead.
She did. She
assume
gave you,
you're dead.
She did.
Yeah.
We did not fuck around.
Fucking instantly killed the vampire. I mean,
No, we did not.
sat around and talked for an hour and a half.
No.
Just about our identity.
Yeah, we
Who
ran
are
up there,
we?
rode a fat man down, killed the fucking thing. We're out. We're out.
She looks at the Siren. They push you forward. She kind of looks at the body bag behind you, and she's like, "So, what do you have for me?"
'Twas not an infectious disease. 'Twas the undead. I chose quickly to finish her with appropriate rituals. She's now destroyed. The curse is lifted. No quarantine is necessary.
Really, the undead? What proof do you have? There was at least 10 people that got sick and died. Are you telling me that like it was vampirism that killed them? Because the symptoms we were hearing sounded more like blood rot than vampirism.
The vampirism was sick with the vampire was sick with blood rot and bit the people giving them blood rot.
What? Do you have any proof of this?
Nick,
And then
Nick shows her, opens the bag and shows the head.
Like, shake it out, like shake
You
it out.
guys, you guys,
Like throw the whole apart.
the notebook, not the body. Oh God. Eugene's like just notebook.
We have to know, and then show her the evidence too. Of it. To show her the
Yeah,
evidence.
we'll show her the notebook too, but we'll show her the head first because that's much more interesting.
She's as she sees the head starting to come out of the bag, she like reaches forward and slaps her hand down. She's like, "Not in front of all these people, you fool!"
Oh, I was gonna use my ball of foot game skills and show with that head. All right.
Actually,
Show.
Go with that, please, because that instead of her slapping it down, what do you do? I like this idea better.
Well, I stepped forward and I just like I kind of like dribble the ball back and forth with my feet, and turn it over 1 foot, lift it up, do it one quick bounce, and I hold it out. And I say, "Show her the journal," and I drop it back in the bag.
Wait, is this the head or the? This is the head.
Oh, the head.
here?
The head.
Yeah, the head. Yeah.
So
Yeah, the body would be.
the head does come out of the bag.
No, we don't want to do this because we don't want to scare the people. We can't. It'll give them all corruption.
Although if
Do
you
it.
want,
Do
We can't do
it.
it. We can't do it.
Saren, would you say it's
Okay.
true that when you were a lad, your father got you into playing in the Young Noblemen's Midden Ball League,
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
known as Blood Bowl? And you were a big lad, right? They probably all wanted you on the team.
Oh yeah. Oh totally. No, I was picked first all the time.
Well, that was because your parents could afford it.
Yeah.
Your parents could afford a premium league.
I'm
That's what it
rethinking
was.
this though because this is whenever I make a narrative decision with my character that seems mostly just funny, we end up regretting it. So I think maybe
I don't
Never.
know of a single instance where that's happened.
Never.
So how about this? Your old midden ball days kick in, and as you see Mick going for the ball, you kind of do this like you go to do this crazy spike like kind of Blood Bowl move that you've learned. Can I get an athletics check from you? And you could actually make it. Give yourself plus 10 on it. It's not relatively challenging.
But if he goes to kick it, Nick's going to try to pull it away Lucy style, like Charlie Brown and Lucy style.
Eugene and Kwalme just like look at each other and shake our heads. If y'all drop this thing on the ground,
Wow, look at that athletic skill, guys. 75.
what?
75.
oh wait no I actually it should be that's too high. I accidentally did plus 20 because there was no plus 10 option. I should have just typed that in. My actual athletic skill is 45. Why did it say do 75?
Well, even at plus 10, it would be 55.
So you
Yeah,
still succeed.
Hold on. Yeah, I still succeed, but my question is,
Wow.
why on the difficulty is there no plus 10 level?
That's
I just
really
clicked-
weird. I noticed that.
I clicked the one above
There is no plus 10?
neutral. No, it goes challenging, and then average is plus 20, and I just clicked that, and then hit roll, and it's sort of like,
Let me try that. Plus 0. I see. Oh, it just goes from 0 to plus 20. Interesting. There is no plus 10.
Yep.
Okay, fine. I think maybe this is the way it is. Let me go look at the GM screen.
I just assumed there was a plus 10 and a minus 10.
There isn't, guys.
That's
It goes
so
from
weird.
0 to 20.
Ah.
Wow, we're from. Now you know.
It's not very gentle.
No,
Yeah.
as we
Well,
learned
anyway.
in combat last time, where Siren almost died to a single hit.
So, by the way, guys, I explained this over chat, but technically what'll happen there is that once he takes the next hit and goes below 0, he takes a critical wound. And then once he
Yeah.
takes critical wounds up to his critical wound level, then he dies. And it should have been the same for her, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
it was late.
Yeah, you guys
It was
flagged.
late. We were waning.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So, yeah, you managed to deflect it, and like kind of pull off your old maneuver. And you know, she sees the journal come out. She sees you try to hide the head. She's no fool. She realizes that like there's probably a body in there. And she's like, "Is this the doctor's journal?" She starts to page through it. She's like, "Where's the critical spot? Where does she say it?" And Siren, you found this before, so you know exactly
Yeah.
which page to go to.
Yeah, so I explained the circumstance that there was a blood rot. The vampire represents a sort of a bit of a tail risk, and that their quarantine is unnecessary, and that we render up unto her the remains for appropriate disposal, and that we wish only to see justice done in the order of hierarchy in Sigmar.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then when she's not looking, briefly I make that like that big exaggerated jerking off.
Do you want to try to do a? Would you like to roll on this?
I don't think I need to roll on this.
You don't need to, but if you want to do a social check, I can give it to you.
Well, but I just feel like this is so like
Yeah.
obviously true that it's
Yep.
unnecessary.
Yeah. So she takes the book and she's like, okay, I'm gonna release the quarantine based on that, but I'm gonna need you guys to come up to Fort Blackfire with me to do a full debriefing on what happened outside of the eyes and ears of all these people.
No? Like with you now?
Yeah, like right now. I'm gonna open up the quarantine, and then you guys can come with me. Does that sound good?
Okay, so
She's
I
like,
go.
give
I
me
point
give me
off
5
over
minutes.
over her right shoulder, and I go, "Holy shit!"
Another vampire!
Okay.
It's another vampire!
No, wait, guys. Can we table talk this for a second? That seems like bullshit to me. We neither want to be the enemies of her, nor do we want to be interrogated. We're about to assume false identities and move undetected through the night. We do not want this.
We want to talk to the FBI. No way.
No, I don't. We don't talk until our lawyer's present.
Did you
And
bring
our
his-
lawyer
His
is
body's
rotting
downstairs, right?
in that basement. Our lawyer is.
Okay, so she announces in a loud voice to everyone that the quarantine's lifted and that they're going to start opening things up in a structured manner and calls her guards over. As she's doing that, Sister Bromine, who's kind of a wiry, athletic-looking woman, she's the from the cult of Shalia.
Mm-hmm.
She immediately cuts the tape and then rushes in to into the Spitalfield.
Okay, she's not awful.
And she's got a determined look on her face. I will show you what she looks like.
Oh yeah.
That's the sister. But then the father comes up to you guys, and he has a big grin on his face, and he Mick, he claps you on the side. 'Cause you're the one that went and spoke with him, right?
No, did Nick speak with the father? I don't.
One of you
or
went
was
and
it
spoke.
Siren?
Was
Was
it
it
Siren?
Siren?
It was Siren.
Yep.
He claps you on the side of the arm and like gives you a healthy shake. Even though he's probably in his 60s, he's like a big dude. And he's like, son, I saw that maneuver you just did. Did you play midden ball? You have to tell me.
He's peeing against the side of his garage right now. So
This is to Siren, by the way. Did Siren?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Are you a min-ball player, son? You gotta tell me. Are you?
I am. The place I was raised, my height.
Oh,
was
wonderful. Yes, wonderful. He just keeps going. Yeah, train wrecks right over. He's like, we have a league here in the pit, the min-ball league. Can you join my team?
So I love how all we do is open threads and never close them. And now the next way we're going to close the thread is we're going to kill an entire min-ball team. And then we're going to have to close the thread. I don't want to do this. This is too much to ask.
He's like, look, you don't have to answer right now. I know it's a big question, but look, come by the church. We're here in the pit. Here's tickets, and he shoves 4 tickets into your hands for the next game. It's happening during Schaffenfest. There's gonna be a ton of people there. I'd really appreciate it if you showed up. Gotta go. And he runs into after Sister Bromine, wait up, and he takes off.
So I'd like to note that if we can get a professional, what is it called, midden ball?
Midden ball.
If we can get a professional mid-ball team together, we need to call ourselves the Fire Ferrets.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, that's a reference to Avatar, or the second Avatar, Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
I love that show. So good.
So Siren's looking around, and he notes the soldier, the woman who wants us to go back and get interrogated, is a ginger, and he briefly debates whether it makes sense to go get interrogated alone. But thinking better of that, because it probably wouldn't go the way he has in mind, he thinks maybe is she distracted enough that we could slip away?
Well, I was going to say, can Mick use Alley Cat to try to get away?
She's not. She's a pro, and you can see her watching you guys too out of the side of your eye, and she beckons you over, and she's like, "Hey, look, fella, you're not in any trouble. I just want to go over the facts of what happened in there, free of distractions. Trust me. Just do me this favor, right?"
All right, fine. We trust you. But however, you don't need my friends in this case. Can we just spare them the inconvenience and we go back together and debrief on our own?
No, I think it's better to get you all in the same room and get the story all at once. Come on, it's just 5 minutes up the way. And she points behind her, and you guys see the Fort Blackfire, which is there on the north side of town. Hold on, let me switch maps for you.
Dude, she is going to have us back in the flot in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of this. We're going back to jail. It's not good.
Oh.
Bogenhofen.
Eugene is making pleading eyes at Kwalme and Mick.
Okay. And
so Bogenhofen,
I'm not going back to jail.
You guys are like right here.
Siren we have a special hand signal that we developed that we haven't mentioned before, where I go like this. What that means is dose her. I want her falling backward through darkness and sacred geometry until her brain breaks and she thinks she's a baby.
We might want to just ride easy on this one too. Let's just.
Can I get a skill check from you, Siren, when she asks you this, or anyone that can hear it? In fact, all of you, because Mick, I think you were nearby as well when she came over and said it.
Which skill?
Yeah, I want you guys to do a. Intuition check. Basic skill. Plus 0.
Any modifiers? Plus 0.
Whoa. That was the party token. Good roll, whoever rolled it. Oh,
normal?
Oh, that was me.
Another good roll. 18.
And no modifier?
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that was an excellent roll, Eugene. Yeah, no modifier. Okay.
Was
that your first roll, Siren, the 18?
That was a 75.
Yeah, I'll give you the 18.
The
18 on the 50. Yep.
This skill. Why did I roll the...
Damn.
What?
Astounding. 7 levels of 6.
Dude, that's awesome. And
Oh, also, Ken, I think you still have yourself targeted. targeted. So that's why it keeps doing the.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you're
you need to
competing
untarget
against yourself.
Here, I'll on. Oh, you're probably still in the basement. Is my guess. Who do you have targeted?
He's on start.
I'm sorry. How do you
I'll be right back.
Yeah, later. Okay, Sean, did you do an intuition test?
I'm doing a what test?
Intuition test to try to like when she came over and she's like, "Look, I'm not going to arrest you guys. I just want to talk about the facts of the case in a quiet place."
Which test though?
Intuition.
Intuition. All right.
I guess this is like
I'm trying to do an initiative test.
But Eugene did quite well, so
yeah, Eugene did.
he's
speak
probably
pretty
hip to whatever she's got going on, right?
good. Mhm.
And Kwalme did not.
Yeah, except he rolled the party token.
Oh,
I made it on my test, though, right? Or no, that's tough to do.
Oh, 95. Mix is rolling again. You already rolled, man. You rolled a 4.
Oh, okay.
how do I roll my character if I can't see my character to click them?
Go to the actors tab.
Okay.
Go to PCs. Or,
Yeah.
or search for Kwame, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, I got it. I have Kwalme.
Open them up.
And what do I do?
You go to the skills tab.
Okay.
And then
And
you
just
click on intuition. Yeah.
okay. Hold on.
Oh, you've been spoiled by the heads-up display, haven't you?
Yeah.
Waldorf's got a success. Yeah, lots of success levels.
Nice. Okay.
There you go.
7.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. I'm dealing with a family thing.
Because
So I went to get myself a snack, and I watched our Twitch stream while I was in my kitchen, so I could keep up on what was going on in the game.
That's awesome. So anyone that succeeded on this check can sense a hint of desperation in her tone, like she needs help with something, and she doesn't want to talk about it in front of everyone.
Interesting.
let's it kind of prods Siren, like gives him the one eye. Let's do this.
Let's do it then. In that case, if we sense the opening, let's go. Let's go for it.
Cool. So yeah, she leads you up to the barracks. So the barracks kind of strike you guys as like an island of order amidst the overall tumultuous streets of the pit, which is like the really poor and kind of gross and kind of violent part of town. But the building itself is super heavily fortified and separate from the pit proper. And even though she called it Fort Blackfire, it is known officially as the North Barracks because there's another set of barracks on the other side of town, near the Rich People District. So the walls are stout and tall. They're made of stone. It's got little narrow windows and sturdy doors. And she leads you in to the barracks, and it immediately feels like another world. Like it's clean, it's orderly. Yeah, doesn't feel at all like the pit. And she takes you up a set of stairs, almost like in a clandestine fashion, and then leads you to her office. And you guys sit in there, and she sits down, and she sort of half-heartedly, although like at least with interest, not full interest, but like she feels like in a perfunctory fashion, she goes through all the facts of the case with you guys. Turns out that she can read, which is helpful in going through the journal with you, Siren. And she's impressed that you can read. And the rest of you guys just feel dumb, like maybe you should be taking night classes.
Nick's just looking around for something to steal.
Yeah, her office is pretty Spartan.
Eugene
knows
pulls
about
out
it.
one of those joints that he has rolled.
Nice. You get some
As
Kwalme's
Mick
spark
looks for something to
fist.
steal, Eugene lights it up and offers it to Kwalme and Mick, and then down to Siren, and then over to the officer.
Nice. So you actually light up in front
Yeah,
of her.
100%.
I love it. I love it. She is not completely phased. She's like, but she works in the pit. She goes out there all the time. She's seen stuff way worse and more, and she completely just rolls with it. She furrows her brow, which you guys have noticed like almost the entire time that you've seen her. She's got this sort of troubled, furrowed look on her face, and she's like, "Thank you for dealing with this issue at at Spitalfield." She's like, Sister Bromine will pick up everything in terms of going through all the residents and making sure that none of them have been infected by vampire blood. I'm gonna keep the quarantine on for a little bit longer while she's still checking it out. But assuming that everyone comes clean as they go through her checks, they'll be released from quarantine, which will probably take about a half day or a day. You're welcome to go back and check on her progress with that if you're interested. But here's really why I wanted to bring you guys here. Not too far from this office, in a jail cell, just over there, I have captured a man named as Gustav Bortles Freak. Freik. I'll chat this.
Casual.
Like him already? Sounds like an entertaining guy who probably belongs locked up.
Gustav Bortles Freak. Bortles, as he calls himself, is the leader of the Black Pikes, which is a group of criminals that claim the pit is their own and run the pit and do all sorts of terrible shit here, including, not limited to, drug smuggling, racketeering, human smuggling, thuggery, murder for hire, you name it, their hands are mixed up in it here in the pit. And I've been trying for a long time to bring these down. I'm pretty sure that I'll just have old Gustav locked up for another week or so, and then he's going to make bail, and then he's going to be out on the street again. I need someone to go out into the pit and find people that are willing to testify that Bortles is the crime lord responsible for the Black Pikes and be willing to stand up in court and testify against him. And thus far, we have made zero progress. You fellas just won a lot of street cred here in the pit for doing what you did there at Spitalfield. And I was wondering if I could, kind of deputize you for this work.
All right.
Lady, we have a lot of things we're trying to get done right now.
Minion, quiet. And I say we would be honored, I and my retinue of moderately skilled, deeply unattractive, and yet very loyal and persistent retainers would be honored to be deputized. Though we can't promise results, we, like many anonymous philanthropists, choose to work in secrecy and do the good work that you take credit for behind the scenes.
Mick, by the way, reaches out to grab the blunt from whoever's got it and just starts taking deep hits while this is all going on.
Eugene just pulls out a fresh one and hands it to Mick.
I say to her, think of us as your hand where no hand is. A hand moving in the darkness, silent and not visible. A deeply tortured metaphor that nonetheless kills the right people and captures the wrong.
She loves hearing this. A look of relief comes over her face, and maybe it's just a side effect of the halfling pipe weed in the room. But
yeah. So Siren holds eye contact a little too long and wants to make a charm roll.
Nice. She's already feeling. Okay, so
Jesus, here we go.
she's burger class. She's not noble, so you're gonna get a -10 due to that. But she's already feeling sympathetic since you just accepted her offer. So I'll give you another +10 on top of that. So straight up 0.
It's a watch, okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
impressive success.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love that your
So
charm is 69.
I kind of lean. I lean back. I lean back and I just spread my knees a little more distant.
Oh.
Do we have the card? There's a card, right? We have a card.
What, you mean a business card?
Are we on the max? Are we on the max right now? Are you man spreading?
I think he's doing it's a Sharon Stone thing. I know it is.
Oh,
You've got like a kilt on and you're
holding up my card.
Okay, yeah, you succeed. Okay, you can influence behavior of one or more targets. You don't have to do any more charm tests against. You've charmed her. She thinks favorably of you. Cool. Yeah, you're on her good side now.
man spread of charming.
It's not just on her good side from like a you're gonna help her out with this unfortunate issues that she's dealing with the local crime lord, but more that like you can see like the kind of the tilt of her hips kind of moves like 15 degrees in your direction. There's like a little tiny hair flip, imperceptible, but Siren notices it.
Yeah. It's a telltale sign.
Yeah,
when they start futzing with their hair.
You're getting the signal that Lieutenant Brate might be into you.
Her eyes are on him and not on where her money is right now. So Nick's looking for cash.
Okay, let me get a roll from you to kind of case her office.
Let's see, what would that be? Savvy, sleight of hand. I mean,
well, I think
or
case would be
perception
first. Yeah.
Perception, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a modifier because she's so distracted?
Mm-hmm.
What's the modifier?
Oh yeah, I'll give you a +20, easy.
This is average.
Or average, yeah, +20.
Come on. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Whoa, 30?
30.
30 versus 88. Impressive success.
Yeah,
It's like Mick's good at this.
Yeah, you see her. All right, you see a few things. One, you see like a notebook over in the corner with writing on it.
Fucking useless.
But like you
Fucking toilet paper. All right, what else?
wait, hold on. You can make it out enough that like you think you try to memorize, just even though you can't make sense of it. Like you've seen enough writing in your life that like you can like what like how characters look and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you can try to do an intelligence check later to see if you recall what she wrote.
I'm going to try to pocket it. I'll pocket it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
You're gonna make a
I'm gonna
move
try to
to.
do that.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
So do I do sleight of hand for that?
Yeah,
or-
sleight of hand. Yeah. And
Yes,
I'll give you
please.
another. Actually, we'll make it +30 this time.
Well,
Eugene
easy.
is just trying to create as much of a smoke screen over Mick during this.
Nice.
Oh, solid.
Yeah, dude, you totally get the top piece of paper, and are able to pocket it.
Anything that looks like money. Is she still locked in a lover's look with Siren?
You can try to check the drawer. I mean, it's gonna be on her side of the desk. There's a drawer over there. Otherwise,
Kwalme at this point has seen what Mick's up to, realizing the risk he's running. With
I'm really good at this, Kwame. I'm good at
No, he realizes the risk that you're running and thinks that wandering around to the far side of her desk will definitely alert her. That's got to be a ridiculously tough check.
Nick wants to like thieves' cant to Siren, like, or our secret language, like, move her away.
Keep her occupied.
She breaks her reverie, her eye contact with Siren. She like snaps to, and she's like, "Well, Great. This has been really good. And so,
Yeah.
did you introduce yourself as what name did you give them? Give her.
Oh, God, I don't know. Table talk, guys. Should we
Siren.
go as Castor Liberum, or should we go as?
Oh yeah, Caster.
Caster.
Yeah. I introduced myself as Castor Liberum.
Gosh,
and
the
retinue.
Liebering estate. You've got the townhouse there in Adelring.
I do. Tis a long story, one that I shan't engage in now. I'm currently moving. Let me put it this way: I'm keeping my true identity a secret as I move among the city. My commitment to justice is my overriding motive now. And a life of luxury merely distracts from that. The tiresome social obligations. Please, if you would, keep that between us.
Does this lull her to sleep in any way so I can steal something else?
No. She's like, oh, okay, understood. She said, are you guys still renting out the townhouse?
It is in the hands of my estate at the moment, and I am spending my time moving among the city as an equal. I'll return to the townhouse eventually.
I see. Because the last I heard, you were renting it to. What were those
we have to
names?
evict someone.
Those nobles from out of town. Those really rich people. It's like,
Oh! I see what you mean. You mean, yes, of course, I own it, but am I renting it out? Yes, of course. I have people who manage that. But yes, I believe there are tenants there just to equalize expenses.
Great. What were they called? Ah, the Kleinwalds. Yes, the Kleinwalds, of course.
Oh, is that their name?
Yeah.
They-
Laura and Lorenz, Liana. I don't know.
Think me not a snob. I found them tiresome, and I quickly dismissed them from my mind in favor of my pursuit of justice.
I heard they like to party a lot in that house.
Yes, if you consider drinking too much and vomiting, partying, it's not my moral code.
Yeah.
I consider it.
Do you think your furniture has survived?
I have no idea.
Oh, you should.
What do you
check.
think? You think it did?
You should check. I've heard rumors. Great parties.
There were
rumors.
some
I've even
pieces
heard
from my
they're running a
great grandmother
gambling
that I
house.
would hope to retain.
Yeah, I don't want to say this too loud, but I hear they're running a gambling house out of the estate.
There are larger villains to slay. There are larger villains to slay in Bogenhofen than that.
Good. All right.
So
good.
I think to myself, but I may yet deal with them.
Well, Castor, it's been a pleasure, and to your associates.
All three of you too.
And she's like, please, and she escorts you to the door. She's like,
All right. So did we leave with a clear action item from her? She wants us to find people who can testify against a certain crime lord that she has in custody.
Yes.
Yep.
And is there a new item in the quest log?
I will make a quest for you guys in between sessions because I want to sort out what's up with the permissions, anyways.
We're trying to deal with Bortles, right? I mean, she can only hold him for, like she said, 2 more weeks, and then
2 weeks.
So we're trying to basically like figure out how to get Bortles nicked.
Yeah,
like,
evidence, hard
I'm
evidence
not gonna lie.
against Bortles.
We might come across pizzas, but there are much more pressing things.
Well, and while we were in there, I did find this scrap of paper. I was looking for money, and
Why would you grab paper, Mick?
I don't know.
Is it because it's because you have toilet paper anxiety, isn't it?
Siren, I have a small amount of that, Kwalme, and you know that, and why would you bring it up in front of everyone?
I didn't bring it up for any specific reason. It's just that you
Kwalme.
referred to me today.
Kwalme. But I thought that Siren can read, so maybe he'd make sense of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure.
So Mick gives him the piece of paper that he lifted from the...
All right, so I read it. We're safe now. We're some distance from her, I feel. We move into the shadows in an alley.
Yes. Hold on just 1 second. Let me grab something to read.
I'm a little...
I think, by the way, it's been too long since we've taken on our Juggalo forms.
I'm with you, Sean.
Like too much time has passed, and we really need to... Some action needs to occur here.
I think what we need it for is the moment when it's really ideally suited to the moment when we go into a covert operation of some sort with the intention of terrifying and or killing everyone we encounter, and that hasn't been the norm lately, right? Like we went into that building, we weren't getting in there dressed as juggalos, and then we were in the building, and we weren't going to navigate all the orphans and the ogre as juggalos. So we do, but I sense a lot of social opportunities ahead to sneak in through a window under cover of darkness, transformed as juggalos, and then seriously fuck some shit out. Just that's my point of view.
Agreed.
All right. So the notes indicate there's sort of her private notes indicating her frustration with someone named Captain Gotrin, who seems to be her superior officer, and she's got some harsh words listed for him, including useless, butt kissing, and then kind of cryptically, there's the words corrupt, ... and then there's another name there with underlines underneath it, and the name is Sergeant Rudy Klumperklug.
Of course it is.
Okay, so
Oh,
as Kieran reads Comperklug, he does that thing where he. Okay, there's a character we're gonna kill. It's Klumperklug.
And it's like the name is double underlined.
Oh.
Okay,
All right.
good.
And I'll make this into a journal item for you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys are free now to leave the pit and do.
I want to go check our quest log and see what we got going on. So quest log wise, we could be pursuing Call Upon Patricia, Crime Lords of Bogenhofen. What's that one? Thieves Guild. Since then, viewed the City Watch seems to be winning. The Crime Lords of Bogenhofen dance themselves to death, seemingly due to foul chaos magic. So that's one. Greenbacks and Black Powder, my own personal project. We only have like 20 minutes left here. What should we be working on?
Yeah. Good question. What do the rest of you think?
What time is it in
Yeah,
the
in
world?
Bogenhofen.
Yeah, it's like 3:00, 2:30.
So Eugene, through his haze, is like, we should see the judge. Like, let's get the password from the judge. We got the key, the lockbox, the number. Let's
Yeah,
go see the judge.
yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
Judge Heinz Richter.
I mean, maybe we can catch him in his office, but I also think that we could probably make a house call, and we could carry the message that his mentee, who he taught so much to, is dead. But we could also maybe get something from him.
Oh, right. We took a piece. We took some personal possession off of Locke's body.
Like a finger?
Like a signet ring.
No, Nick.
A
Not
signet
like
ring.
a finger.
I mean, I know where I could go back and get one.
No, man.
Unlock signet ring.
We know you already pocketed
Yes,
all the
yeah.
gold rings.
Yeah, we took a signet ring, not with a finger in it, just the ring, right?
Well, what was easiest?
All right, we're heading to the judge, Lyle. That's our next goal. If
right.
the time of day is reasonable, and we wanted to get some artifact off of the.
We do have the leather. We do have his leather pouch and key.
The key we need.
Uh-huh.
But it's
Yeah.
always
So I think you guys should head over to the ferry,
Yep.
which is here on the bottom left side of town, and take the ferry
Across
back over. And then I think you want to head over to. There's the city hall building, which is where all the judges and folks hang out. that might be a first good place for you to check. You could also, once you get to the other side of town, maybe do some skill checks with the locals to try to gather information to learn a little bit more about the magistrate. But you guys are probably in the wrong side of town to learn more about him.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
need
Or
to
it
get
could
to
be
the
bad
fiddle
anyway.
ring.
He might have
Well,
imprisoned some of these people, but
well, let's go to the judge, and then we've got. I think we need to stop by the trout and check in with our halfling, and then go to the night market.
Sounds like a good order of events.
I feel like we're not going to make it to the night market today, personally. But I don't know.
If it happens, it happens.
That's the order. I think that's the order of things we need to do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Very
So
good.
we're gonna go back across town to the Adel Ring, get some food. It's been a long day,
yeah.
and then try and find this judge.
You could probably go get food at Matchwick's kitchen there on the docks. Which
Yeah,
is-
Man, it is definitely an artifact of getting older, because I remember when I was like between the ages of 12 and 17 playing these games, and I never worried about how ungroomed my character was. I never thought, gosh, does my character need a shower or some clean clothes? Am I going to present okay? Never once. I don't fucking ever once did I do hygiene back then. I had hygiene anxiety. And now
You or your character.
Oh well. Oh,
Shots fired.
that's sharp there, doesn't it? But I don't have to worry about that with Mimic. He's not really worried about hygiene anyway.
All right, let's go get that bite at that place and do some table talk and figure out our approach to this judge.
Cool. All right, so you are headed to Bert's over there. I'm just gonna drag and drop you guys over.
Cool. Thank you.
There you go. So you do have to take the ferry though, which is fun because if you guys want, you can try to get the ferryman to laugh, which you learned a few episodes ago. Is that there's a running prize that anyone that can get the ferryman to laugh, and they have witnesses. There's a rolling pot of money that one can earn if one can get him to laugh.
I feel like this is a point of pride that we're all like, no, obviously I can do it. No, I can. No, I will make him laugh the most.
So describe the ferryman for us.
Yeah. Let me find his.
And Siren just wants to make a charm check. He just tells the ferry. He just talks to the ferryman how great his boat is and tells him a couple of dad jokes. Hey, ferryman, did you know diarrhea is genetic? Runs in your genes. Hey.
That is a tired one. That's tired.
Hey, ferryman, the general said shoot at Will. The soldier said, what the fuck did Will do wrong?
All right, so the ferryman is a dude named Hans Kringler, Kringler. If you look inside, if you search for ferry, Ferry, in the journal entries, you will find a journal entry for him. Let's see, he's in advancing years and he has swollen joints. You can tell that like his joints are bothering him. He makes numerous journeys back and forth every day and is legendarily dour. The sweepstakes are being run by the Stevedores Guild. Yeah. So, older dude, probably in his 60s, looks unhealthy, legendarily dour.
So I'm gonna walk into the ferryman and I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder, and I would like to make I guess I don't really have much in the way of charm.
I mean, intimidate a laugh out of him.
I'm gonna try and intimidate a laugh out of him. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell him such a horrible joke that I'm going to glare at him and dare him not to laugh.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna roll that, and I'm gonna say, let's see, how do I roll it? Oh, okay. So I'll tell you the joke, and you tell me what the difficulty is. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll say, what's the ferryman's name? Do I know?
Yeah, it's Kringler. Hans.
Hey, Kringler. Kringler.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that guy Joey over on the South Bank that fell into the upholstery machine?
No.
Well, you don't have to worry about him, Kringler, because he's fully recovered.
The Siren's just laughing. Siren's like,
So what's
you know,
my
laugh
difficulty on that one?
Yeah, very good question. I'm gonna make it very hard. Minus 30.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can crack a grin off of him.
Oh.
track.
Dude, did you do it? Don't tell me you did it. Oh my god,
I got
you
a
did
10 verse on a 15 intimidate test.
Holy shit.
it. Dude,
Oh.
he against his will. You can see his little lip starts to quiver. And then a tiny little smile against every effort of his being makes it through. And I'm gonna need perception checks for everyone, including I'm gonna do some rolls in the crowd. Here we go. Let's do a couple 1d100s, but the rest of you guys have to do it as well to even notice this tiny little smile. Okay. That bystander did not see it.
What is the difficulty?
Minus 20. That
It's a
bystander didn't
perception
see it.
check.
Yeah. Eugene, it was so imperceptible that even you didn't notice.
Do I have to roll?
No, you saw it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I will have you roll, but you get a plus 30 on the roll.
Is this a challenging test for the rest, or did you say hard for the rest of us?
Yeah, hard. That was you rolled. Someone rolled in the party token again.
Yeah, who was that? 63.
Sean,
I
probably.
keep looking perception and I can't get it to go. So I something's wrong with.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So you go to skills,
Yeah.
perception.
I'm doing it right. I don't know what's going on. I'll try something else.
Yeah, or you do Control Shift R. I just left click on mix perception and it just worked.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how I like the party token.
All right. I needed a 20. I needed less than 20. I'm gonna give myself 3 more rolls to get less than 20 for a bystander to spot it.
Nope.
2 rolls.
Oh, this is gonna be brutal.
1 more.
Yes.
Glumdor saw it. No. No one saw it, dude.
Okay, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But
That's how it goes sometimes.
dude, you could if you want, you could try to convince him now to admit it. Like you could
Intimidate.
No, what I'm gonna try and do now is convince him that it was a funny joke and he should share it with everybody else on the assumption that he'll laugh as he does it. So I think, what would that be? Some kind of persuasion thing?
I mean, that would be another charm check.
Well, I can only intimidate. I don't have charm.
Well, then you'll have to intimidate him. Or someone else could do it.
Kwalme's got this.
Can I make a fellowship test?
Sure.
You try that.
We're gonna crack this nut for you, Kwalme.
Okay. Fellowship test. Too bad my duelist and fencer skills don't help me.
Well,
well, you could shoot.
I would say if he doesn't laugh, just shoot
Yeah,
him.
if he doesn't laugh, I'm gonna shoot him.
You'll definitively
no,
have the
that's-
last laugh.
Yeah, no, let him. He doesn't. Kwame doesn't have to laugh. He just kills him, and then he can have a laugh. Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, did someone roll?
Aren't you rolling, Kwame?
I'm not. What I
thought that Mick was going to do a
fellowship.
fellowship check, right?
I don't have a fellowship. Does anybody have fellowship?
You
Well,
do-
I thought
Fellowship's
you
just
do
a,
it-
it's in
it's a
main.
characteristic.
Yeah.
you were going to do intimidation, Kwalme. Because you have that, right? And don't you have menacing?
Yeah, so Sean, fellowship is part of your main kind of built-in skills, along with like strength and intelligence. And
How to roll them though?
it's like if you look at the current value at the bottom of the table on main, it says like there's a column for each skill, right? With all the skill
Right.
and the modifiers. The little red thing, just click on it.
I did. Nothing. All right, I'll try and roll it from my
You're on your sheet though, right?
yeah.
Let me bring up Qualmdorf.
Who was
Oh.
that?
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
10
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Oh, that's a party token.
Well, it's the best I could do because we don't have our tokens on the board, and I had to do it from the main thing, so it doesn't work when I pop it out.
Oh,
I just rolled 21 for you. Just perception, but yeah, fellowship. All right, the maybe it's like ugly sea dog to another ugly sea dog. Who knows? But he looks you in the eye, and you can tell that he knows that you know that he smiled, and he sighs, and he says, "Fine. We'll go to the Stevedores Guild, and we'll tell them that you made me smile."
What?
wow, Kwame, you did it. Did you guys see him smile?
He did. He smiled. I saw that ship's captain smile. I bet that cocksucker hasn't smiled in a decade, and he just smiled at this man's joke. Kwame?
He smiled at this man's joke.
What? And
I just
suddenly
look at everybody
everyone
and
on the
I'm
boat is
like-
they
I'm like-
can't believe it. There's a
I'm like-
buzz in the air.
Everybody, why are skeletons so calm?
The crowd goes, why?
Sean's Googling dad jokes. I love this.
It's because nothing gets under their skin. Yeah.
Oh,
oh.
Eugene
If you would have known that joke, that would have been good, but no.
Eugene is so stoned, and this is so funny.
Nick's just looking for wealthy people in the crowd to take profit.
Oh,
Well, this one is actually appropriate to the fact that he's a sea man and also the fact that he just laughed. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles.
tentacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tentacles. It's
That
good.
one's novel. I've heard of that before. Tentacles.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way. He brings the ferry up to the near the Stevedores Guild. So I'm clicking. Sorry, it's such a big map. Can you guys see where I'm clicking on it?
Yeah.
Hold on, right mouse click to focus everybody here. Yeah. And can everyone see the little map pins? Do you guys have map pins turned on?
I
So
don't see him.
yeah, it's really easy. So go on the far left side. There's you want to bring up the palettes, the kind of tool palettes. So just bring your
Right.
mouse all the way over to the far left, and there's a little palette that looks like a bookmark. Click
Okay.
on that,
Journal notes?
journal notes, and then click on the little pin.
Not seeing. Wait.
What are we
Bookmark.
looking for? What am I supposed to see?
It should toggle the notes
The pin
display
location.
for you.
So we have to do that every single time to enable those.
Yeah, there may be a setting I can set to make them always on, but can you guys see them now?
Yeah, I can.
Cool. All right, so you guys are at the Stevedores Guild. It's a large, heavily timbered building on the Hafenstrasse. which is opposite the Teamsters Guild. Do you guys remember the difference between a Teamster and a stevedore?
Stevedores carry and Teamsters move by animal.
Stevedores operate by the river, and then Teamsters operate by the road.
So we're outside Burt's, or are we in Burt's?
You are outside the Stevedores Guild, which is just here on off the Hoffenstrafe. So it's like right here,
Okay, got it.
there.
Should we move our token? Okay.
Yeah. And Burt's is just up the way, like 2 blocks up.
So we're right by the Golden Trout Club.
Yeah, the Trout is like 3 blocks south of you. Yep.
Yeah, we can see it. It's on the map.
Mhm. Yep.
Merchants Guild, the Drakenplatz, Tennerberg. And where is our house that we need to take over? And
That's further to the south. Off that, there's like a little circle in kind of the southernmost quadrant in the fog of war right now, just to the east of that little splurge of war at the bottom.
Yeah.
That little.
Yeah, right there.
But,
Yeah, that one.
is it the Sappenthum? No, it's not the Gardens.
No.
Hagen,
well, there's the Aquaman.
Lieberung Manor.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's across from Tweakin House, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oh, Tweakin. We need to go investigate that house.
I just want to foreshadow that my character's motivation will no longer be administering justice for the poor and downtrodden. Once he gets that house, it's going to be just hosting ever larger orgies. So FYI.
Maintain generational wealth.
That's right. Yeah.
That's good. That's a good.
Nothing else.
That's a really good one. But the Stevedores Guild. Where were we?
Kwalme, you did it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Let's go to the Stevedores Guild.
So it's the ground floor as you come in is like a large meeting hall, and although there are very strict guidelines restricting the sale of ale or beer, there are not, however, the same things restricting the sale of strong liquor and spirit. And thus you see, behind the bar, an extraordinary collection of spirits. Brandy from Batonia, gin from Marienburg, kvass from Kislev, various assorted distilled moonshines from local. You also see a bunch of people milling about, various porters that are moving different types of stock in and out of the building. As far as you can tell, there's specialized types of porters. There's like fish porters, grain porters. And in fact, the porters are all wearing different hats that are colored that you can tell are sort of linked to the sort of thing that they're moving around.
Oh.
That's cool.
And it's super busy because everyone is bringing stuff in for Schaffenfest.
Is Mick able to deduce? Are there any that are like arms or gunpowder or anything like that? Are there any hats that are those Stevedore? Because I want to steal one of those. That's a other quest, right?
Yeah, the stuff that you see moving around is like wood, fish, grain, or it's all like transport stuff. Like
Commodities, really.
Yeah, commodities. Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going to try to swipe a hat at some point. We might be able to use it. We can use it. I'm sure we can use it.
Can always use more disguises.
Disguise ability.
Everyone that was on the ferry with you guys decides that they have to come to witness this.
What do we do? I push the boat captain forward, like making him fess up.
Yeah.
Yep. And so
we are just riling this crowd up too, just like chanting Kwalme's name.
Yeah.
And so when folks see him come in, they see the crowd behind him, all the Stevedores, and everyone there starts to figure it out that he's come in. And oh yeah, sorry, I'll unpause the game. Sorry, guys. what was his name? Krinzler. Kringler. Hannes
Kringler.
Kringler. Kringler's Ferry. And you see him kind of say a quiet word to the man behind the bar. And the dude pounds the table, like, listen up, folks. Hans here is telling me that someone made him smile. This fella right here. And he points at Kwalme. And everyone cheers. Rah! Kwalme! Kwalme! And like, tell the joke! Tell the joke!
Oh no! No!
I mumble a version of the joke that's just almost indistinguishable. You can't even hear it. I won't put you through it all again.
Wait, but you mumble it? You don't actually say it theatrically to the crowd in your best theater voice?
I'll say the joke. Sure, I'll say the joke.
No, I whisper to Kwame, you have to sell it now. You have no choice.
All right, how about
Sell
this?
it like your life depends on it.
The guys were coaching you coming up to this as you were going up on like the art of delivery and like showmanship, which obviously is not Kwame's strong spot. So, but because of all the coaching, everyone can assist Kwame in this role.
Yes.
So what do I have to roll to get this?
All right, let me go look at the.
You got this.
I mean, the crowd wants to hear the joke because they're all excited that someone finally made them smile. But some people are disappointed because they've all, there's a fair amount of money in the pot.
They've sunk so much of their own money.
My eyes are gonna bulge out, and I'm gonna attempt to intimidate them with this joke.
Oh,
So I'm gonna scream.
How do you do that?
Watch.
This
I'm gonna
crowd will fear him.
I'm gonna scream at the top of
No,
my
no one's gonna
lungs.
laugh.
Did you hear about the man who fell into an upholstery machine?
Eugene's
I'm just
dying.
gonna scream it at the top of my lungs.
Okay, so has everyone else collaborated with you on the menacing delivery of this?
I don't know.
yes. Yeah, we're ready to back him up.
All right, you guys can all make intimidate checks.
I think intimidate is a stupid idea for a joke, but
Well,
No,
here's
no,
the
it's
thing,
exactly
though.
the
Here's the
right
thing. You already made him smile, Kringler smile.
Yeah.
So you've
Yeah,
won
yeah.
the pot. This is just gravy on top, however you want to play it.
Yeah. And most jokes between strangers are fundamentally intimidate checks. They're recalibrations of the social order. It's true. Not with friends, but with friends, they're a form of common ground creation. It's a status battle.
There's one.
Nice.
7 success levels.
Wow.
Any modifiers?
No,
Okay,
plus zero.
so
Plus zero.
Mick just helped me with an astounding success. So I think he just hoisted me up on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay. Siren.
And then
Okay, good.
Siren had a success
Plus
of plus
okay,
3
so you're like
success.
plus 9 SL. Anyone else want to chip in?
I can't help intimidate.
Yeah, you suck at this.
Eugene is too gone, and he is just
How
laughing.
difficult is my role?
Well, to intimidate this crowd. Okay, so the Stevedores are big motherfuckers. Very strong.
Okay.
Like, remember you guys kind of almost got in a fight with them the previous day?
Yeah, I'm hoping this means we
Oh,
never
shit.
have to fight with the Stevedores again.
That was this morning. This morning I almost got in a fight.
Yeah.
Are they there?
Yeah, some of them are.
Totally, those guys are there. Yep. Hell, this actually may make them want to fight you more. So, all right, I'm gonna make it very hard to intimidate. Minus 30. But you're gonna get
Plus 9 success levels.
yeah, so you got 9 from those guys. So I'll say that's 20, 40. All right, you with your crew flanking you, you get a plus 40. So that puts you at minus 10. Difficult.
Oh, right. You're terrible at this, aren't you, Sean?
there is no minus 10. There is no minus 10.
It's
There's
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
difficult,
this difficulty minus 10.
There's no
yeah.
plus 10.
Yeah.
No plus.
Yeah. Because I was at very hard. Now I'm yeah, they're right. There is no.
You were very hard. That's great. And then what
I
happened?
think I'm at challenging because I can't go all the way to average.
No, you're
I would-
at difficult. Minus 10. No,
Well, 'cause
30.
you're-
Yeah, you're at 10.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's true. Yeah, that puts you at challenging. There is no plus 10. Ken was right. Okay.
Yep, Ken's right.
Straight
Yep.
up even.
You
Okay.
can
Oh,
put
yes.
10 in the modifier space, though.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that right now.
Because that'll give you the plus 10.
Oh, like cavemen.
Just
You wanna?
Holy shit.
no,
Would you like
reroll
to
that.
spend a point?
I'm gonna spend a point and try that again.
Yeah, you might
Also,
as well,
did I
'cause
do
you-
it the right direction? 92 versus 55.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
That seems.
You
Yeah.
just rolled a 92.
Because you need to get under a 55.
Oh yeah, that's right. All the.
All right. No, you should just right mouse click on the thing.
I did it.
Oh wow, you got a 44 too.
Crit
Wow.
success, the only one tonight.
Oh my
So
God.
okay. So I'd like to note that we have to have made some kind of convert among the Stevedores. Like we just made somebody who was not a fan, didn't we?
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
you-
yeah.
yeah. This is definitely gonna get you some big boys for your midden ball team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
The gloves of the mitten ball team.
Mhm.
I screamed at the top of my lungs, "Who wants to be a fire ferret?"
Yes, dude. It's some of them are they realize that your joke, like, it wins the prize. They're pissed off at you, but they're begrudgingly accepting. Other of them just want to kick your ass. You have made a bunch of people's like punch in the face list, but at least another big chunk of the crowd is like into you on the Stevedores. Like, this guy's cool as shit. So
One of us.
you've become a polarizing force amongst the Stevedores.
Whoa.
Also, you earn the prize, dude, which is currently clocking in at 10 gold pieces. A
Yes.
fucking
Nice.
fortune, dude. It's been building up for over 10 years.
What? Well done,
Stevedores
Kwalme.
don't get paid a lot.
That's amazing.
I don't know the significance of this, but I know it's significant. Where's my stuff? Where are my things? Where's my things tab?
Go to your character sheet.
Yeah.
And then go to the trappings tab.
Trapping. Okay.
And then
Money. I have no. Okay.
click
What?
plus
And then I get new money.
10 gold pieces.
Okay. 10.
This is a lot of money, but if you can get that Libra and fortune, that will be a lot of money. Congrats, dude. You're filthy rich, Kwalme. What are you gonna spend it all on? All right, nice. Guys, it's 10 o'clock. Let's do our closing ceremony and go through everybody's motivations. Siren, justice. Administer justice. Eugene.
Yeah.
Burn the witch burners. Kwalme. The halfling struggle with the golden trout.
Right.
And Mick. Concerned about his nascent.
He wanted to figure out his what was causing this.
Yeah,
thing to happen.
what's up with this weird feeling he has? This
But,
magical thing. It's sort of like Mick's having a gay moment, except it's not gay. It's like
It's
like
heretical.
yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
It's a heretical moment.
Mick's like
Yeah.
it moved.
Just
Why
a
did it
phase, Mom.
move?
There's no one moral stance. They reject your binary, man.
But I don't
Continue.
know. I don't know if I can move forward with that though, because we have a lot of stuff to do next time. It's not going to be really.
Actually, I think we'll hold off on the vote for now because we did a mid-level vote and like no one really had a bunch of opportunity to pursue their motivation. This was more just a sort of generalized session. So I will reward XP. So everybody gets 100 XP.
How many? Say it again.
100.
100. Oh, I thought you said 800. I thought that was a little much.
There we go. Click on the thing.
Because Mick was so great and helped Eugene fight off a mutation, Eugene is taking Pure Soul.
Nice.
Oh, another pure soul. Wow. Okay. Cool. That's actually very practical for Eugene, though.
It is, but it also just
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm actually going to take another level of Pure Soul.
nice.
Oh, you can finally afford it. Yeah.
I can finally pay for it.
What is pure soul?
It just raises your limit of how much corruption you can take by 1. So you don't have to roll a mutation roll as often.
Mhm.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And it's thematic for Nick.
The reformed, like, shit eater suddenly, like, preaching Sigmar's word.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, he's not really preaching Sigmar's word though.
He's living it.
That's true. That's not preaching
Something
at
else
all.
has happened.
Yeah.
He's been marked, right? So
yeah. Yep.
Boy, these get expensive.
Oh yeah, the skill points and attribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just want to spend them at the margin where they'll make a difference. What I really want to do is get amazing at Intimidate. I want to be so good at Intimidate, I don't even need to roll.
You just
You
what
just roll
happens
into the
here.
room. You're like,
Just-
and here I am.
Yeah. I don't even need to flex my face or arms. I just like,
Although I feel like Intimidate doesn't work. Intimidate was the fucking skill in Zweihander. Like we just went around and glared at people all the time
Yeah,
and threatened their lives, right? In this game, we actually try to make friends with people in this game. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't really like it. I don't like the fact that we're not intimidating everybody. I kind of want to go back to intimidating everyone.
Dude, you just pulled off an amazing intimidation roll. What are you talking about?
Well, I critted it, and people still want to kill me. They should be afraid of me.
Well,
It's still.
they are, though. That's why they want to kill you.
See, it makes no sense. The joke telling and Intimidate still makes no sense. But
Trust me, dude, that roll will pay off for you, buddy. That was a very good roll to have. Nice. Well, dudes, I think that's probably it. I'm gonna stop recording. 3, 2, 1.